How are we doing, everyone? Thanks for joining for episode 35. Didn't expect to be making this one today. It's the same day as when I basically caught that common in the last vlog. I've been to work, I've come back because I'm actually working this way tomorrow as well. Now I wasn't meant to be, I was meant to be going home tonight. Now I should be driving home, but I'm not. I'm working here tomorrow, so we're fishing tonight. I've got down the lake, one up, someone's in there. Big Girls, someone's in there. Little Oak, someone's in there. 36s, someone's in there, and I believe somebody's now about to go in steps. So from the island that way, there's 5 anglers all fishing 3 rods, 15 lines, that half of the lake. This half I've come down, not a soul, just me. I can see why, it's the deepest end of the lake. It's more the winter end, to be honest, but I'm kind of thinking all that pressure going on there, maybe there will be some fish push up here, maybe. I have actually seen one fish as I've had a quick wander around, so that's good enough for me. And what we're going to do on this vlog is basically jump in a swim called Beaches. Some of you will have already seen me in here, some of you, if you're new, you won't, but I will show you in a minute. We'll get set up and we're just going to flick 2 down the edge overnight. Have a lazy flick 2 in the edge, see if we get lucky kind of vlog. So that's what's happening. Anyway, let me spin you around and show you what's going on. So what's going on is you'll see that there's literally nothing there. There is the minimal kit. There's a shelter, a bed, some food, cooking stuff, 2 rods, a couple of pillows and a tiny bag of bait. That's it. We're going to come in here tonight and the plan is putting one down there, putting one down there. That's it. Wind's pushing up there. Last night there was a lot of fish in that corner. Like I said this morning before I drove out the gate, if I stayed till 10 and 11 o'clock this morning, I would have had another carp. But I'm hoping the severity of like pressure from, you see where the island is, there's 3 lines going that way, there's 3 going that way, 3 going that way, 3 coming out through there, and then 3 now going to go across to it. So that's a lot. Whereas down here, it's just little old me with 2 rods that are going to go in the edge, slackened right off, so they won't even know I'm here. Whether it pays off or not, we're going to find out, won't we? But I'm going to walk up, get my net, mat, etc. Do you know what? There's a bit of fizz just come up there. Don't know if it'll zoom in on it. There you go. So I've seen one, not in close. To be fair, it was sort of like 3 rod lengths out. But it doesn't matter. I'm not too worried about that. I've seen one. We've just seen some fizzing. I've been here 20 minutes. So that's good enough for me. Let's go get a net, mat, etc. Get everything set up, go through what we're doing, and yeah, let's just get on with it. What did I just spook in this edge? Must be a little fish because it's too shallow for a big fish. Yeah, I just see a little vortex there. Anyway, I'll see you when I've got all my stuff and we're set up, and then we'll start going through things. Well, we're getting there. Shelter's up. Rods are set up. The sun is absolutely belting down on this lake. In there's a little bit of carnage going on, but I will just show you the rod setup. It's the same as it was what I wound in this morning, but in case you didn't see that or you haven't seen this bit, it is 18-pound KORDA contour fluorocarbon mainline, and then down to this bit, KORDA dark matter tungsten rig tubing, down to a lead clip, 3-ounce flat swivel pair lead, size 8 quick change swivel. Both rods are going to be fished the same. This one's going down there. That fizzing has started again while I was setting up. So what I quickly did was I threw the rod on top of it, let it hit the bottom. It felt quite hard, to be fair. So I've clipped it up, had another cast back out there. It's cracked down plenty hard enough for me. So that's where the left hand rod's going. There's no markering work I've done on. I think all I've done is seen some fizzing going on, chucked the lead on it, clipped up. We're going to chuck a rig on it, see if it goes. You've seen the skies, a little bit of wind. The sun's looking lovely up there though. So look down the lake, look at that. That's definitely a photo shot, that is. Yeah, that's a nice shot. It's looking lovely. The lake looks stunning, always does. All 3 lakes here do, to be fair. The whole complex is lovely. It's just a shame I can't get up that end of the lake, so I would rather be up there. Even with all the people, I'd still rather be up there, but if we get one out of here tonight, then this is a bonus fish I would have never caught, because if that swim was free, old Super Mario, I'd have been straight in there, wouldn't I? So let's see how we go. Let me spin you around, put you on the camera stand, and we'll talk rigs, bait, etc. Get some rods in, and then get some get some food on, but yeah, you're going to be disappointed in that, unfortunately. So if you're here for the burning, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one. Right, let's spin you around. Right, you lot get to see me sat in my little shelter of carnage. I've just noticed as I walked in. Oh, get out of it. Stubborn old leaf. Right, let's talk you through some rigs, bait, etc., because then we can get the rods in, because time is ticking on. So the rigs are what I wound in this morning, basically. So it is the normal blowback rig that I use. This has still got the £15 Merlin on, super sharp hook, and again exactly what I had on last night, a 16mm Manila Active tough one, tipped off with one of my Mainline super duper gooed up balanced wafters. Both rigs are identical, the fish the same, and all I've done is I've slid on a bag of, how many's in there, 6, 7 Manila boilies. That's all I've got left now, and some of them like a PVA bag tied ready, etc. So yeah, I need to save those for another Manila versus krill episode at Lovells when I go back, so I can't throw that in. Or I can, but I need to buy some more, and I don't plan on buying Manila. I've ordered some krill. We're going to be on the krill for a while because, yeah, I think it will outfish Manila in the summer. So this is going on both rods. I'll spin you around, we'll get the rods out, I'll get all this stuff tidied up, and then we'll get on, like I say, with the burning. But before I do cast in, I will just say, as always, thank you very much for supporting the channel, whatever way that you do. And thank you for all those people that, when I say, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, please click the button, who do actually click the button, or you that have already clicked the button, thank you very much. It is down to you, my subscribers are going up and up and up. If you are a newbie or someone who hasn't clicked the button yet, please consider it. It is free, there's no contract. You can leave anytime you want. Like I say, it just helps my subscription number go up, and then more people discover my video. But if you just watch, you don't have any interaction in any way. Again, just watching is supporting the channel. So from me, whatever you do, thank you very much. Anyway, rod's out now. Let's catch a carp. So we're going to start with the left one. You'll have to excuse the old sort of non-fishing wear. Not that I really wear fishing clothing to the extreme, do I? Every now and then you might see me in a fishing jumper or a t-shirt or something. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to be here tonight, so I've had to raid the old clothes drawer in the van. So that's why we look more like a surfer than a carper tonight. But it is what it is. It is the East Coast surfer after all, isn't it? This is why I love the fluorocarbon line. I have done nothing. Look, you'll see there, it's slack. I've cast in, I've just laid the rod, and I'm letting it naturally sink under its own tension, because then that is sitting as, like, taking as many of the contours as possible. And you'll see, look, now it just sinks. Now it will stop. Now I'm going to do nothing to that rod. That was the kingfisher just gone flying by there. I couldn't zoom in quick enough. I'm going to do nothing to that. I'm going to leave it. Let me zoom you out a bit. I'm going to leave it exactly like it is, okay? Just sitting there like that. I'm going to cast this one in, and then about 10 minutes later we'll put the bobbins on, and you'll see that will pull itself tight through there and be arched down. Right, let's get this next rod in. Okay, let's get the right hand one down this margin out now. So the old sun's setting, the lines have sunk lovely now. I'll have to try and get the right angle to show you, but that one there is going down lovely. And then this one, I can barely show you it. Let me zoom in a bit. There you go, you can see it going down now. So they're both going down on their own accord. The reason why I've let them sink on their own is because the one I've got out there, if I'm on a high spot and I'm coming back to here, which is a high spot where it shallows at the margin, if you try and tighten it through, all you end up doing is fishing a semi-tight line from this high spot to that high spot. So everything in between that's lower, your line becomes visible, because this stuff is only invisible on a lake bed. Going through the water, it's not invisible. it actually glows, especially on a sunny day. This stuff will glow yellow. It's awful. But as soon as you slacken it off and lay it on the lake bed, you cannot see it. So that's what it's designed for. That's why it's heavy and it sinks, because it's meant to be sunk and laid on a lake bed. The best presentation you can get from that is doing exactly what I've just done. Cast out, put your rod down, let it sink itself. Play off a load of slack, let it do its own thing. That's why you've bought a sinking invisible main line. That's what it's for. So basically you don't need to do anything. It's the only thing you need to do is stretch it out before each session and clean it at the end of each session if you think it's got dirty. To be honest, I haven't cleaned mine at all. Mine hasn't got dirty. It's not taken on dirty stuff, because this lake isn't a dirty lake. It's clean water in it. It's fairly clear. If you're in a really mill pondy lake, then yeah, I should imagine it might take on a bit of colour. But yeah, it's just a quick wipe through at the end. But that is just your fluorocarbon information I can give you. Apologies for you lot that use fluorocarbon and already know all this. I appreciate that, but please appreciate that some people have never used it before and wouldn't know that. And yeah, if there's something I can put in a vlog to help somebody out, then it's worth doing, isn't it? But now I'm waffling, so I'm going to bugger off, show you what disastrous non-burning stuff we've got tonight is, and see what the night brings. So let's show you the first bit of the burning. You'll see I haven't got anything sorted. The bloody camera stands still out there. It's going to be one of those vlogs where everything's asked about face and here, there and everywhere, but you never know, they're the best ones. So let's have a look. 3 eggs. Yes, I did break a yolk. Never mind. And the coffee. That is round 1. There is a second round. It isn't going to be any more exciting for you burn addicts than the first one. So I'm going to eat that and I'll bring you back on round 2. So for a change, I have company. Yes, I can see you. Sun is going down there. You can still see it there, but it is setting nicely. There's the kingfisher. I just heard it. Can't see it. Just heard it squeaking. We've had some fizzing back over that rod. Since I've cast it out, it's fizzed up over it since we've been cast in, so that's good. The second burning round, well, it's not burning, is it? The first round was eggs, which weren't great. This doesn't particularly look much better, the old porridge and a coffee. So cheers all, cheers geese, and come on the carp. I thought I'd give you one last glimmer of the lake. What a stunning shot that is. It's actually a lot darker outside than this phone shows it, but yeah, we are pretty much going into darkness now, but that looks lovely through the camera. So where are those bloody carp gone? We only need one to come up here, don't we? I've seen 2 more patches of fizzing out not a million miles off where that left hand rod is, so there's something going on out there. I don't know what, don't really know why they're there. They could be just moving mid-water, blowing bubbles as they're on the move. I don't know, they might not even be on the bottom. It felt about, at a guess, 12 foot deep out there, so it's not great for summer, especially not when it's 17 degrees overnight tonight. It's been 30 degrees in the day, 17 overnight, and tomorrow's 31 degrees with the same overnight temperatures pretty much all week. So 12 foot of water, yeah, it's not really the one, but you never know, do you? This one down here is in about maybe 5, 4.5. So I think if anyone's going to go, it'd be the right hand rod, but I don't know. I think we could be on for a blank one here. There's a patch of fizz just come up now. I don't know if it'll pick it up. That looks very tench-like to me, so you lot can bugger off. You cost me a lead this morning. But yeah, from me, that's it. If anything's happening in the night, I'll bring you back and show you, and if it doesn't, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. As you'll see, or maybe you can, there's a bat flying around still. It's a bit of a misty, foggy start to the morning. Once that burns off, you never know, there could be a chance of a bite, but in these conditions, for me, I've never done any good in this condition. I don't know about you lot, but yeah, when you see a mist on the lake in the morning, until it's gone, you just, I don't know, the fish just don't seem to feed. Don't really understand why. Like I say, the batty's still flying around, so there's obviously stuff out there to be had. But as for fish activities, I stayed awake about an hour after I said I was going to bed. Heard nothing. I've been awake probably half an hour, 45 minutes now. I've heard nothing. I've not had a single liner during the night whatsoever. Nothing, no indications to tell me that there's fish at this end of the lake. I don't think they moved up here. I think even with the pressure that was going on at the other half of the lake, I still think they're there. So yeah, my game plan, let's say, I don't think it's paid off, because I don't think I've put myself anywhere near any fish really. I know we see a bit of fizzing, and I see one in this edge here, but yeah, I don't think during the night I've really had any kind of fish in front of me. But it is what it is. You take the gamble, and it's looking like it's not paid off. But there could be one somewhere around here, and any second the old alarm could go rattling off, couldn't it? So let's hope that's the case. But for now, it's coffee time. Thought I'd just show you the bats flying around. This is what hit your lines during the night. There's about, I think there's 4 different ones I've seen at one point come through this little opening that I'm fishing out of. There's obviously something, but they've been here all night. Literally, as soon as it gets dark, they're here all night. They don't go anywhere. So yeah, a bit of a feeding frenzy, unlike the carp. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. I've got my coffee. I'm going to keep watching, hoping something happens. But I think all I'm going to be doing is looking at the bats flying around. But if anything happens, I'll bring you back. Cheers, all. That's the old second one of the morning now. As you'll see, the mist is not really lifting. It's now 6:30. You can just start to see the lake. I've got 20 minutes left for something to happen that, yeah, it's not going to happen. It was a bad choice, I think. That could have worked out, but sadly this time it didn't. So if anything happens in the next 20 minutes, you'll know about it. If it doesn't, it'll be outro time. So unfortunately, nothing did happen in that 20 minutes. It wasn't going to, was it? You know, you can see the rods are still in. Everything else is folded away. All I've got to do is wind them in. But I thought, you know, as I got a take on the outro of the last vlog, all right, it was a tench, but it could happen. It could have been a carp, couldn't it? But that's not going to be happening in this vlog, is it? I took a gamble, thinking that the pressure of all the other anglers at the far end may push them down this end. It didn't pay off. There was the odd fish here because of the one I see and the signs of fizzing, but they wasn't here in numbers. And hence why I never put any bait out. It was try and nick a bite, but it didn't work. So it's quite a boring vlog. There's not a lot in it. I do apologise. It's not the most exciting watch, but it's relative because this is episode 35, or my 35th night of the season on here. That's what's happened. So hopefully there's something in it you enjoyed. If there is, don't forget the old thumbs up, subscribe and all that business. And I'll see you on episode 36, which probably will be, I don't know, a couple of weeks now, maybe before I get back, I don't know. But until next time, if you're out and about, be lucky yourselves. Hopefully you have a better result than I've had this time, and I'll see you on the next one.